What's up guys, Esan here and welcome back to the channel. In the last episode, we had a literal talking marathon and my mouth was completely dry. But this episode, it's a straight up combat marathon and our controllers are gonna be drenched in sweat. We need to head back to Hirata Estate using the item we grabbed in the last episode. But here's a quick sidebar. Ever since Sekiro dropped, I still don't understand what kind of logic this Hirata Estate return follows. Like, are we jumping into a time machine and traveling to the past? Or is this some high-ass drug-tripping Inception vibe? Don't even bother explaining it in the comments, because I'm 100% sure you guys don't know either. So don't go pulling random theories out of your ass. Even Vati doesn't know what's going on here. And why do I say that? Because either way, if you kill someone, past, present or future, they should stay dead, right? Period. But now, we have to fight Lone Shadow Masanaga the Spear Bearer all over again, even though we already slaughtered him once. Watch out though. In this fight, instead of poison damage, this asshole whistles to summon his dogs to gank you. The exact second his hand goes to his mouth, hit him with a shuriken to interrupt him. If for some reason, he manages to whistle and the dogs come after you, use your own whistle. They'll turn around and bite his own dick off. One last thing, in this section, the environment can be way more dangerous than the actual enemies. The whole place is burning down, and if you step into the fire, it deals some insane damage. We've still got a ways to go before hitting the next Sculptor's idol. There are a bunch of big-ass brutes right ahead of us, so pop a gachin sugar to stay ghost so they don't spot you. There's a whole crowd of them, including a couple of Taro Troop big boys. Now, one of these bastards is wearing heavy chest armor. If you actually want to square up with him, you must use the loaded spear to rip that armor straight off his body. Otherwise, all your attacks are just gonna bounce right off that hard iron like Fun fact, actual armor mechanics don't really exist in Sekiro, except for this specific dude and that one iconic mini-boss later in the game. For these guys, you have to strip their gear off before you can even hurt him. So, your best bet is to stealth deathblow the armored guy and the dude holding a literal wooden door. As for the guy swinging the giant baseball bat, feel free to fight him if you're feeling spicy. Heads up. There are 3 interior ministry ninjas camping on the roof, just waiting to jump you all at once. Pop a gotchin sugar and head up, but keep an eye on the roof fires, because that stuff deals some crazy damage. Hang from the ledge and use your finger whistle to lure the first ninja over like a total idiot. Once you take care of him, the other 2 are a breeze. Stealth kill the second guy, and then you can square up with the third one. Also, watch out for the 2 or 3 enemies down on the ground. Never fight multiple enemies at once in this game. It's a straight up death sentence. If you accidentally aggro a whole crowd, just pull back, wait for the aggro to drop, and then go back to finish the job. From this point on, the game loves throwing high-tier enemies right next to mini-bosses. This can either make your life miserable or way easier. If you use the Puppeteer Ninjutsu on those grunts, they'll literally become your personal summons and fight for you. And here's a massive pro tip for the Puppeteer Ninjutsu. It actually has an expiration timer, but you can totally renew it. If you hit your puppet with the ninjutsu again before time runs out, the timer resets. Now, for the mini-boss right ahead of us, who is none other than Juzou the Drunkard. Yep, we're fighting this guy again. We can do something way cooler. There's an interior ministry ninja standing right next to him. You could pop a gotchin, sneak up behind him, and puppet him. Or you can absolutely mess with his head. The upgraded version of your finger whistle, the Mountain Echo, can actually be charged up, meaning you can stand in one spot, hold down the prosthetic tool button, and leave an echo of your whistle there. You've got about 2 to 3 seconds to back away before the whistle actually goes off at that exact spot. Since these ministry ninjas get completely baited by whistles, you can absolutely wreck them with this trick. And that is exactly what I'm about to do. Honestly, forget the mini-boss we just crushed. The real nightmare is these shinobi hunters waiting for us right ahead. There have been so many times where I easily wiped the floor with the mini-boss, only to get completely wrecked by these exact guys. Do not sleep on them, seriously. If you get a chance to stealth Death Blowham, do not hesitate for a single second. I straight up hate these assholes. Shove that damn long weapon right up my ass. Just look at how broken these pieces of are. And of course, look at my absolute luck. Right when I'm recording this walkthrough, the game's AI literally invents a whole new attack. A simultaneous sweep and a thrust attack. What the am I supposed to do against both at the same time? Am I supposed to jump and deflect a thrust in mid-air? Or am I supposed to do a mid-air Mikiri counter? Alright guys, we are about to fight our father once again. And he is absolutely pissed at us for beating him last time. This fight is insanely hard, to the point that the first time I played Sekiro, I died so many times against him that I literally quit the game for a whole month. And just my luck, my controller started acting up, and as you guys will see, I took so much dumb damage because of it. That's why I actually had to do this fight twice. If you want to see his full moveset, watch the second fight, because my focus was completely ruined in the first one, and Owl absolutely kicked my ass because of that controller issue. Look, I'm not some top tier From Software player, but I've fought most Sekiro bosses so many times that I've practically memorized their movesets. It's pure muscle memory at this point. In fact, the reflection of strength feature is like an energy drink for me. I'm getting older, so I can't really chug those actual energy drinks when I'm feeling tired or sluggish. Instead, I just turn on the console, jump straight into Sekiro, open up Reflection of Strength, and pick a few badass bosses who fight with weapons to square off against. The sound of deflecting in Sekiro is literally my Red Bull. 30 minutes of fighting, and I go back to work completely full of energy. Now, for Owl, this is a two-phase fight. A lot of his moveset is pretty similar to our last encounter, but he's way more aggressive this time, and he's got some new tricks up his sleeve. In phase 1, he loves spamming his sweep attack. Whenever he's close to you and you see that red kanji danger symbol, he's probably going for a sweep, so just jump right onto his head. He also has a massive thrust attack with crazy range, but Mikiri countering it is pretty easy. If you make the mistake of deflecting this thrust, Owl will immediately hit you with 2 follow-up attacks that you'll have to deflect too. So don't try to act like a badass, just stick to the Mikiri counter to rack up that posture damage. Owl uses 2 types of chasing slice, one after a shuriken and one mixed with firecrackers. Now, I told you before, do not use thrust attacks against Owl, because he will absolutely Mikiri counter your ass and ruin your day. But there is one tiny window for a thrust. When he pulls off that combo that ends with firecrackers, if you deflect the combo, you can thrust attack right through the smoke to escape the fireworks. It's risky, but there's a much better way. The loaded umbrella. Remember, we unlocked the projected force skill, which lets us follow up after using the loaded umbrella or finger whistle. So if you pop the loaded umbrella against his firecrackers, immediately turn it into a follow-up attack. It deals some insane damage. In phase 2, Owl shows you why his name is literally Owl. He will straight up turn into a phantom owl, fly around, and drop down on your head with his sword. The easiest counter? The second he vanishes into that owl form, just start running around the arena so the game's AI can't lock onto your exact position. He also has a unique attack in this phase. He launches his flaming owl companion right at you. Just jump over it, and without fail, he will immediately follow it up with a thrust attack. That's your cue to hit him with a beautiful Mikiri counter. One last tip based on experience. The more cautious you are with Owl, the easier the fight gets. It's like the game is trying to tell you to respect your damn father. If you play too aggressively, the AI will combine his movesets and completely wreck you.
戦場で拾った飢えた狼がよもやここまでになるとはな。父上、まことを惜しい。だが切るぞ。 外に心地よいものだ。よかろう。 に破れるか。存外に心地よいものだ。
And that's it for part 21 of our Sekiro walkthrough. In the next section, we're going to enter a brand new area, and honestly, it's one of the most beautiful places in the entire game. So stay tuned for the next episode, and as always, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.